Here's a monster under a bed.
Oh, I love that one. I didn't even notice that one, actually. I just thought you just left that one and signed it. But now I see the monster creeping under what could be a hotel bed in Colorado or something.
Yeah, and I turned this advertisement for very fancy washer-dryer combo into kind of a googly-eyed monster.
This is the washer-dryer that tried to steal Knuffle Bunny.
That's exactly right.
This is the backstory.
Revenge,
yeah.
right, exactly.
The prequel to Knuffle Bunny. I'm here in the R. Michelson Gallery on Main Street in Northampton with New York Times bestselling author and illustrator and is it children's artist in residence at the Kennedy Center?
Is the education artist in residence at the Kennedy Center, yes.
Mo Willems from Northampton. And every year you team up with the R. Michelson Gallery and create new works that are on display here, and those works are available for purchase that support an amazing local nonprofit, which this year is
Shelter Sunday.
Shelter Sunday, which is, for those who don't know about that, it is an actual Sunday event that happens once a year, but it helps the multifaceted world of homelessness in Northampton with a bunch of different organizations that are dealing with the issue of homelessness.
Exactly. I chose that organization this time because a lot of the art comes from me doodling on fancy hotel magazines. Mm-hmm. I've been traveling a lot. I've been in D.C. for the Kennedy Center. I've been traveling for other projects. And one of the great things about traveling for projects is every day at the end of the day, I know where I'm sleeping.
Right.
And I realize that that is an incredible luxury and an incredible stress reliever. It allows me to do the work that I need to do when I'm on the road, knowing that there's going to be a bed waiting for me.
Especially a hotel bed that you don't even have to make.
Right. It's pretty exciting. And when they put you up in a fancy hotel, the magazines are ridiculous. So my hope was to make them more ridiculous than they are by defacing them. So it was a chance to draw monsters having breakfast or things like that.
Yeah, I love it. You would come home from a busy day working as the education artist in residence at the Kennedy Center and then just continue to doodle and deface things.
That is exactly right. There was, the glass of wine, a Sharpie, and a stack of magazines, and I am good for the night.
So you'd get to deface the New Yorker, or what kind of magazines are you?
Well, no, they're always at it's the name of the town, like Washington Elite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So,
I'm going to look at this issue of Drain the Swamp.
Right. Well, mostly what they are is who's the best doctor in your neighborhood, or what's the best way to drink.
With your mouth. But what's interesting about this is that they look similar to the doodles that you've done in years past, but they're kind of multimedia. You have actually defaced these magazines.
That is exactly right.
I love when people do that, especially if for some reason I'm pictured in it and I come back and see it and somebody has defaced it. I am always thrilled.
Well, at first what I was doing was I was doing these really weird things and just leaving them in the hotel room so that the people would have a more surreal experience. And then I started posting a couple of these on social media and people really enjoyed it. But so for instance, I took this black and white photo of a very fancy model, and I just flipped it upside down. So I'm using her eyes to be this sort of bearded dude.
And then anybody's eyes upside down, it always gives it a creepy effect.
It's a little creepy.
And you give it additional eyebrows and what looks like a little beanie. And then her earrings make it look like she's got little Batman ears.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like maybe he's just come from a punk version of Disney World.
Mm-hmm. And then this seems like one of the top doctors ones you were referring to.
That is exactly right.
It says, before our peers voted us top doctors, our patients did.
And as a completely modeled fake shot of a family of people who have just met each other, but, have all this time in the world on Saturday to hang out multi-generationally.
All sitting on one couch, like
right,
the last
in one
supper.
Direction, right. And there's a little girl on the lap of one of the grandfathers, and everybody's just excitedly looking at her. So I turned her into a hideous beast.
Some sort of alligator-looking creature.
Yeah. One of these Best Doctors issues, they had all these doctors awkwardly posed in empty hospital rooms.
Yeah.
So I started drawing their monstery patients.
That's a one-eyed, chunky, two-thirds snowman with long legs.
That is a perfect description of it.
Thank you.
Every bright idea has an inspiration.
And it's 2 light bulbs.
It's an old
light bulb.
Incandescent light bulb and an LED that is giving props to Mr. and Mrs. Candescent, thanking them for their years of service.
New York Times bestselling author and illustrator from Northampton, Mo Willems, has an exhibit at the R. Michelson Gallery on Main Street, Northampton, called You Are a Gift. It's a benefit for Shelter Sunday.
I've been posting a lot of stuff on social media over the last couple years, and they are doodles and drawings and things that I am thinking about, and I'm trying to be positive.
It's very difficult.
I have been beaten down to the point of being positive. So I'm making drawings of abstract characters getting along, shapes, hugging, my favorite teachers from when I was a child.
Are these actually your teachers?
Yeah, those are actually my teachers. I mean, none of them are actual apples.
Okay, I figured that.
But they are portraits of my favorite teachers over the years. Often I'm asked on social media, do you sell these works? Are they available? Will you make a poster? Will you come to my house? Will you do my dishes? Will you cook for me?
Right.
You know, all of that stuff. And here's a chance that, you know, if you really, really want one of these objects, now you can get it. And the money is going to go to helping people know where they're sleeping at night.
And then you can sell it in 20 years and pay for your child's education.
There you go.
It serves multi-purposes.
You know, here it is. The world is so terrible now that I have been reduced to platitudes. So you are a gift is the theme of the half of the show. And I actually do believe it. I do believe that we are all gifts, and it is time for us to open our boxes and try and be the best we that we are.
Well, speaking of we, that is exactly what this little guy says.
This says, make moments for the little moments of joy.
And he's saying we.
He's saying we.
With an H.
Right, and here's an ornament saying hang in there.
Look, the ornament looks troubled.
It is a troubled ornament.
It's still an ornament
It is
with the ability to hang in there.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I mean, I think it realizes that it's ornamental. So that's got to be a little bit distressing.
That can be a gift in and of itself.
Yeah. These drawings are all on the theme of share the road. We are all traveling down the same road together. Let's just make space for each other.
You've got what looks like a giant circle person with a cane and tiny circle people and more oblong circle people and egg-shaped circle people and circle people in wheelchairs and cat circle people.
Yeah.
And we're all on the same road.
We're all on the same road. It's a colorful little gang of jelly beans just trying to get on.
For those who haven't been paying much attention to what you've been doing as the artist educator in residence in the Kennedy Center, what are some of the fun things you've been doing there?
I'm doing some really fun stuff. I've got a show coming up this month in March with Jason Moran and his band, and we're going to do Doodle Improv. It's 3 jazz musicians and me improving, doodling live, projected, and the audience gets a huge sheet of paper and crayons as well, and we are going to make together an incredible giant doodle. Every time we've done it, it's been completely different. Really, really, really great. And I get to pretend to be a jazz man. You know, I wear a hat.
Wow,
and
the beret and everything.
Right, I say dude every now and then. It's great. Cat, I can say cat sometimes. That's really fun. In April, I have my first piece with the National Symphony Orchestra, composed by Ben Folds. And it is based on Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. We're going to have some very special guest stars, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet, on stage. The music is incredible. And just yesterday, Ben texted me the first draft of the song that the whole piece ends with.
How has that been working with Ben Folds?
He's great. He's really, really great. Super, super collaborative. We're having a great time together. It's a lesson in writing and songwriting, and he has a very specific perspective on storytelling, and I have one as well, and we've just had a great time learning from each other. And I don't know if this is announced, but it's who listens to radio?
Right, nobody listens to me anyway.
Right. It looks like I am going to do a short opera based on I Really Like Slop by Elephant and Piggy book called The Slopera.
There's nothing I like better than wordplay of that nature.
And boys and girls, this is not how it happens in the real world, but that was my pitch.
And they were like, yes, it just makes sense.
Slopera, opera, they sound similar.
Yeah, let's do it.
They're like, great, 20
I cannot
minutes.
tell you how many things have happened in my life that, like, when there was the eclipse happening, and I was like, eat clams at the eclipse, let's go to Captain Jack's. And it was like, all of a sudden, 500 people are there watching the...
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Wordplay. It's magic.
Mo Willems' You Are a Gift is up at the R. Michelson Gallery on Main Street, Northampton, all month.